Hey everyone, so I had mentioned before that I wanted to do a type of character analysis, story, diving into dissecting, just opinion kind of thing. And I mentioned that I wanted to give my opinions on the character of Alaska Young from Looking for Alaska. So, why I picked this one right now is because the TV adaptation for Hulu is coming up sometime in October. I think October 18th. So, I decided that this would probably be the best one to start out with since the adaptation is coming very soon. So, it's probably not a secret if they don't want to see your back end, okay? It's not really a secret if you watch my channel. If you've seen a couple videos here and there that I do like John Green's books. I know it's an unpopular opinion. A lot of people have mixed feelings about it. But I do enjoy his writing. I know that a lot of people are like, well, teenagers really don't talk like this and that. But I do like that there's an author that does not dumb down young characters. And I don't know, maybe he'd be better at, what is it called, new adult or something. But, the guy's got 5 books out. I mean, there's time and everything to do better. Stop playing with my cord! Anyways. So, I had read The Fault in Our Stars and I loved it. And then I read... Anyways, as I was saying, I loved The Fault in Our Stars. Then I read Turtles All the Way Down, and at first I really liked that one, but then I kind of had issues with the characterization of that one. But I still really liked the story and everything. The thing about Looking for Alaska is that Alaska is pretty much the center point of things, but she's not the protagonist. It is told from the point of view of Miles, who is a guy that leaves his home in Florida to go to boarding school to find the great perhaps. Miles is a lover of last words. And some people are like, well, this kind of makes a little bit more sense, about the extremely intelligent teenagers, because they go to this boarding school and they learn about philosophy and stuff, so they're kind of in a place of, I guess, higher education. Usually schools that are paid by tuitions and all that other stuff are known to be a little bit better. But sorry, kitty invasion again. I am trying to make a video. Anyways, so Miles goes to Culver Creek, if I remember correctly, and he meets Alaska Young. So, I should have loved Alaska. She was more independent, she liked books, but I felt like... See, the thing about his books is people pick up on the, or they talk about the whole manic pixie dream girl thing, right? And I know he's mentioned about trying to fight against, that trope. And I don't think that Alaska is a manic pixie dream girl, despite the fact that we could have gotten more about her and her background. I think even though she is the object of Miles' affection and everything, she still has her own stuff going on. She does have things in her past that has bothered her. She does things not for the sake of Miles or the other guys, but just out of her own personality, her own irresponsibility, her own attitude. But, you know, when it comes to women and everything and them changing the lives of male characters, I can see where people might think that when they first start reading or hear the synopsis or whatever. But honestly, I think the big trope with is the I'm not like other girls trope, which I guess can lead to the Manic Pixie Dream Girl thing, but I don't think we got time to get there. I think those concepts that he was trying to fight against or work out or explore were done a little bit better in his other books, because Alaska was just kind of written over dramatically. That was the issue that I had. Like, there were books where people lose people they love, family dies, parents divorce, and all that other stuff. And yeah, they have sad moments and everything, but again, just over dramatic. Like, there's a part where Alaska basically says that so they're all smoking because, of course, they're teenagers. They find ways to get smokes and booze and all that other stuff at the school. And so her and Miles and some of the other characters are basically hanging out, doing what teenagers do and everything. And there's a line where she goes, what is it? You smoke to enjoy it, I smoke to die. And I'm like, no matter how you read that just sounds so overdramatic. Like, people make fun of The Fault in Our Stars and Augustus and his whole metaphor thing. That doesn't begin to touch that. That I can see. Maybe it's not a great metaphor, but I can see his point. Here, Alaska is just being so, god damn, dramatic. And then the whole, like, feminism thing. Like, there's another part where they want her to, like, iron a shirt because they don't know how or whatever, and she gets into this whole, I think, like, sexism, gender role thing and everything, which, you know, I believe in people making choices. If you want to be a homemaker or whatever, and that makes you happy, that's fine. I just don't believe in roles being forced upon people, and no, I don't believe that God set that up. But, you know, as long as you're not hurting people and your family is stable and all this stuff, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, whatever, I don't know, you run an online business, you go out to work as a doctor, a store clerk, whatever. Do what makes you happy, right? The thing about it is, it's like, she made this big deal about ironing a shirt and everything, right? And I think there's so many better ways to express the idea of feminism, because again, that kind of says that, you know, if you do domestic things that you can't be feminist and everything, which isn't true, you know, if it's by choice and everything. And then there's the whole, and I'm sorry to, like, you know, spoil anything for anybody, but then there's the whole, her trying to, even drunk, hook up with Miles while she has a boyfriend, because yes, the whole thing about it is Alaska has a boyfriend, so she's not, like, attainable and everything. And then it's like, okay, you have all this girl power thing going on with, you know, getting pissed off because somebody asked you to iron a shirt and everything. But it's just like, A-okay for you to go screwing around? Very bad feminism right there, okay? Alaska, in a lot of ways, truly was John Green's first pancake. You know what I mean? Like, when the pan is still heating up and that first one is kind of screwed up. Like, it's edible. The next ones are kind of better. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Like, Alaska was the first pancake. Most definitely. At least. Yeah. Not too much more to say about that one. And I understand that teens rebel, teens, are trying to figure out life. But again, like I said, if it wasn't just so over dramatic, I would have loved Alaska as a character. Because I understand screw-ups. I understand that teenagers do immature things. But it's just like everyone wanted her and everything. And it's like, is she really the only girl in that whole school that likes poetry and philosophy and questions things about life? Really? The only girl? And you only want her because she's supposed to be, like, badass and everything? Because she smokes? Oh my god. A teenager sneaks and smokes. Never heard of that one before. Right? They do stuff they're not supposed to be doing. Like, wow. Like, it's almost like you're supposed to be surprised by these things. I don't know. You're supposed to say, "Oh wow, she's rebellious." I've never seen anybody act out or sneak and do what they're not supposed to do before. Oh, this makes Alaska cool. Well, that's just kind of how the characters read to me. Like, it's kind of hard to say that there were tropes because there weren't a whole lot of other female characters to compare her to. Like, you only heard about one or two other classmates. And, like, a few of their rivals and stuff, and it's like, there wasn't enough characters and characterization to make these tropes, but I felt like he was trying to play up on one of the tropes. And it just didn't work out. I liked the concept of the story and everything. The characters fell flat, especially her, because we were supposed to, like, I don't know, like this character and everything. We were supposed to be in awe about her. And it's just like, whatever. I don't see what this guy sees in her. She is unstable and obviously very willing to cheat on her partner. And I like that they delve into her past a little bit, but I just wish there were more characters to kind of, I know it's kind of bad, but to compare her to see why this character just wanted her so much compared to anyone else. Especially someone that, might be a little bit more faithful and everything. It doesn't seem like you got to know any other girls or anybody else. And just falling in love with an image is obviously bad. And I guess he did a good job in that one. It's just that we didn't have anyone else. The character didn't have anyone else to, see what else is there. And that's not realistic. So, basically, I keep ranting that Alaska just could have been written better. Even in a relative state. So, that is my video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.